Hey y'all, so I am back with another video. I really do laugh too much, but anyways, I am trying a new hairstyle on my head. Now this hairstyle is something that I have been thinking about for a while, but I was just too lazy to do it, so I finally decided to do it today. So while y'all watch me style my hair, I'm going to talk about the top 5 things I have learned since being natural. Number 1. Fairy knots are the spawns of Satan. Like, they don't even try to be fake nice. They're just mean for no reason. They come out of nowhere. You try to comb your hair, and next thing you know, you feel something tugging, you feel something pulling. And guess why? Because you have knots all in your hair. And it's just ridiculous. It's like, why do I have so many? And the tighter your curl pattern is, I believe the worse that it is. But if I'm wrong, y'all comment down below. But for me, I get them way more in the back than I do in the front. And I was like, oh, it's no big deal. You know, fairy knots aren't a problem. Y'all, fairy knots are a problem. And from what I've been told, they are preventable. But I'm like, I don't understand how they can actually be fully preventable, because if your hair just is super tight and it starts to tangle in itself, how do you really prevent that? Y'all comment down below if y'all know a way to prevent fairy knots. Now, someone did tell me that if you put a lot of oil on your ends, that can help to prevent fairy knots, but I don't believe that, not for 1 second. And so I feel like the only way to truly prevent fairy knots is to go bald. Yeah, like Michael Jordan, like bald. I think that way, or have really short hair. Those are the only ways, in my opinion, to prevent fairy knots if you have a very tight curl pattern. But y'all comment down below and let me know, because I have not found a foolproof solution. Now, I will say the oil does help, but it's not where it's completely preventable. But maybe I'm doing something wrong, so y'all definitely comment down below. Okay, thank you. Number 2. So because I have fairy knots, I have to keep scissors with me anytime I'm about to wash my hair, anytime I'm about to style my hair, because I know that I'm going to run into a knot. And the last thing you want to do is just pull it out, because that's going to lead to split ends, which the fairy knots can lead to split ends too, but the scissors help to give you just a nice blunt cut versus pulling it, and then you might pull too much, and it just, pulling it makes it a problem. Keep some scissors with you, and that will help when it comes to styling, detangling your hair. Do not go in with detangling your hair without some scissors, okay? Just, that is my little tidbit, my little golden nugget for you. Keep some scissors. So number 3, another thing I've learned since being natural is that I am not Susie Homemaker, or should I say Aunt Jackie hair product maker. I'm not making no hair products. I'm sorry. I'm not making no aloe vera gels. I'm not cooking no flax seeds. I'm not boiling no oils. I'm not stir frying no rice and gravy. I'm not doing none of that, okay? I see people do it all the time on YouTube, and I'm like, kudos to y'all, okay? But I don't trust it, and I don't know why, but I just don't. Because, like, what if I do it and I do it wrong, and then I mess up my hair? And like, I'm not a chemist, even though, you know, I did a lot of chemistry classes. I am not a chemist. I have no idea how much of this and how much of that and a little bit of this and take away that. Yeah, I don't know how to do none of that. So why am I going to pretend like I am? Hmm. Hmm. And why am I going to look at somebody who I know ain't no chemist either and then do what they do and expect to get the same results? Yeah, no, that's not me. So for me, I like to just buy it from the store, but the issue with that is I do not know what to buy. So it is a bunch of trial and error phases that I have been going through with hair care products. And even though I have looked at other YouTubers, I have still not found, you know, my full set of hair care products that I'm going to use from here on out. I have no idea what I am going to be using in the next couple of months. Okay, I keep changing up. There's certain things that I kind of like about this and I kind of like about that, but as a whole, the only thing I can say is going to stay in my little hair care product goodie bag, or whatever you want to call it, is the As I Am shampoo. That's about it. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. Everything else is definitely up for debate. Like, I may use it, I may not. It may go in the trash can, it may not, but one thing that's going to be staying is the Black Jamaican castor oil as I am shampoo. I really, really like that shampoo. So, other than that, everything else is very much expendable. And then, there's one more product that I do like as well. I don't put it on my scalp. I just put it on my hair, and that's the Dew Growth oil. I've been using that since I was even relaxed. So that's another product that's not going anywhere. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. Number 4. Okay, so shrinkage. Now, shrinkage can be your best friend and it can be your worst enemy at the same time. Now, hear me out, hear me out. Shrinkage, in my opinion, means hair health, because when your hair stops shrinking, that usually means there's some form of damage going on, right? So like when your curl pattern starts to get looser and looser and looser, and you're like, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what happened. More than likely, you probably caused something to damage your hair. Because if your hair is not shrinking back like it used to, and it's not because your hair has gotten longer, or your hair is more, you put a lot of products in it. If it's not for either one of those reasons, more than likely you have now damaged your hair. And it is what it is. So that is why shrinkage is actually a good thing. But it can also be a bad thing when you don't want to always look like you only have a few inches of hair. So like for me, it only looks like I have like 2 inches of hair when my hair is shrunk in its shrunken state. But as you can see right here, my hair is longer than 2 inches. But you will not be able to tell that when when it's not stretched out. So that's the issue that I've been having, is I'm having to keep my hair stretched out. And another reason why shrinkage can be a problem is because your hair can tangle in itself a lot easier. So keeping it in a stretched out state can help it to not get as many fairy knots as well. So that is why it's like there's pros and there's cons to both. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to make it more of a pro and less of a con, but it is what it is. Number 5, oils and butters. More so oils for me. I don't use any butters, but I heard that butters are good, so I will add it to the list because butter is nothing but a solidified oil, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, they do help a lot with fairy knots. Do they prevent them entirely? No. But do they help significantly? Yes. So that is why I have now been using oils in my hair a lot. Not so much butters, but to each his own. Do what works best for you. Now, I have seen a little trend going on where people are doing a whole no butters, no oils thing. And a lot of these people that I've seen do this have a very tight curl pattern. So I'm just like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure that that's wise? Because the math's not mathing. It's not making any sense to me why you wouldn't want to put oils, butters, or grease in your hair. That's what's going to help with slip. That's what's going to help with detangling. Like you really need that if you want your hair life to be easier. And I have seen some videos where people who have done this no oils, no butters, no grease trend, their hair looks a mess. It looks dry, it's multicolored, and it's just like, if it's not working, why is this still a trend? It's so confusing to me, but if it did work, then I have nothing to say. But when it doesn't work, don't you think it's time to try something else? Maybe try the oils and try the butters. I mean, we've been putting this stuff in our hair, or our parents have been putting that stuff in our hair for years. So to say, yeah, let's scratch all that and not do any of that anymore, just seems a little odd. But if that's the trend that you want to follow, by all means, like I said before, do what works best for you. But I already know that trend will not work for me. Not in this lifetime or the next. I'm sorry, it's just not. So those are my top 5 tips that I have. Now I do have some honorable mentions. So I'll go ahead and say those two. Number one, make sure you are taking your time with detangling your hair. One thing I've learned with having natural hair is that patience is a virtue, and you definitely need it when you have natural hair. Because when I was relaxed, I was like, let's put my hair in a ponytail, bada boom, bada bing, I'm out the door. And you can wear a ponytail, in my opinion, with any occasion. It could be a gala, it can be running down, the boulevard, it could be anything, and a ponytail will work. That was always my go-to. Can I do that now? Absolutely not. I think my go-to now is a fro, but fros and getting them how I want my fro takes a lot longer than putting my hair in a ponytail when I was relaxed. So I've had to learn to have more patience with my hair, and that is the biggest honorable mention that I can say. Be patient with your hair, take time. You will have a lot of trial and error phases. Don't let that deter you from doing what you want to do, which is being natural. If you don't want to be natural, ain't nothing wrong with that either. I'm not opposed to relaxers, but I cannot do relaxers anymore. If I could and I didn't have to worry about anything, I probably still would have a relaxer. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the truth is the truth. Because it's a lot easier. But I do love my natural hair. And I am learning more and more how to style it. And I really, 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 really love my fro. My fro is probably my favorite, okay, hairstyle of all hairstyles that I've ever done. I really like my fro, but I cannot wear my fro all the time. And why? Because it tangles really easy. It doesn't last long. You have to keep like restyling it. It's a lot that comes with a fro. It starts to shrink. So instead of it being, 5 inches long, it looks like it's 2 inches long, especially if it's wet or muggy or rainy outside. And so while I love my fro, I can't wear it all the time like I would like to. Not only that, I can't wear a hat. I cannot really wear hats like I want to with a fro. Now, do I still try? Yes. And I am still looking for a good hat that will work where you can see my fro and I can, block out the sun, because I go outside a lot. And I like to wear a hat. I've always worn a hat when I went outside, and I like to continue to do that. But it is a little bit harder for me to do it with a fro. I'm just going to be honest. So those are kind of some of the setbacks that I have. While I love my fro, I can't do everything that I want to, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, patience, that's the main thing I have for everybody. But y'all, let's get back to the video because I've been talking a lot. So as you can see, I am almost done with my hair. I decided to braid everything. And yes, my ends are puffy because I have, I guess you could say, a blunt cut. So because I have a blunt cut, my ends do not taper. They are the same length from top to bottom, which I'm not mad at. Like, I pray my hair always has a nice, good looking, not tapered, but a good looking straight end, because that lets me know that I don't have a lot of damage. That also lets me know that, my hair seems to be doing well. I don't want it to be that when it gets to the ends, it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. That's a sign that I probably need to clip my ends, but I could be wrong too. Y'all let me know. That's another thing that I've learned. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this all out as I go. And the more you know, the better you can care for your hair. So this is all a learning phase for me. This style was a learning phase. There's some things I would definitely do different with this style. I wouldn't do a side part the next time I do it. I think I would do the braids all over, just do single braids all the way through. Could I have put fake hair in my hair and make my braids longer? Yes. But the only reason I didn't do that is because my ends are so blunt and I always braid my own hair up. So I am not the best at tucking in my ends. I know some people can do it and boil their hair to oblivion with the hot water so you can't see it. I'm not trying to do that. So until my hair is a little less of a blunt cut, I'm just going to stick to braiding my own hair up. It is what it is. But y'all, thank y'all so much for watching my video. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until next time, bye. Oh, and y'all let me know if y'all like this hairstyle. Like, rate it from 1 to 10. I don't want to see any ones. Okay, if I see a 1, I'm going to thumbs down your comment. I'm just kidding. If your opinion is that you don't like it, that is totally fine. I'm not gonna care. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But thank y'all so much for watching. This is how I styled it. All right, bye.